Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where today my Dark Angels will be taking on the Daemonkin in a 1,500-point battle, crusade battle. So the story is that a Ravenwing Attack Squadron was investigating this planet because they were just going through the system and decided to go do some exploration, and were sent down to do some exploration, and they discovered that a shrine to chaos had been built and caused a hole in the warp where demons were pouring out of it, causing a demon infestation of this planet. So they quickly called in the Deathwing to try to come and put a stop to this incursion from the Chaos Worlds. So that's the story that we've got going on here. Before we go any further, let's go over the two armies that we've got playing today. So for the Dark Angels, we'll be running a Ravenwing Attack Squadron with a 5-man Ravenwing Bike Squad, with an attack bike with a multi-melta and 2 plasma guns. When completing the Ravenwing Attack Squadron, we have a land speeder. We'll also be running a Deathwing Strike Force. Leading that Strike Force, we have an Interrogator Chaplain with Terminator armor and Belial. We have a 5-man Deathwing Terminator squad with an assault cannon. We have another 5-man Deathwing Terminator squad with a Cyclone missile launcher. We have another 5-man Deathwing Terminator squad. Sergeant has a Thunderhammer Storm Shield, and there's an assault cannon. And last but not least, we have a Deathwing Knight squad. Khorne Daemonkin will be running a combined arms detachment. Leading it off, we have a Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. We have a 10-man Bloodletter squad. We have another 10-man Bloodletter squad. We have a 3-man Blood Crusher squad. We have another 3-man Blood Crusher squad. We have another 3-man squad of Blood Crushers. We have a Skull Cannon. We have a Soul Grinder with Warp Gaze. And last but not least, we have 2 separate Helldrakes with Bale Flamers. Alright, so those are the armies that we've got playing today. So deployment here for the Dark Angels, we've got the bike squad is over here. We've got the land speeder over here, and that's it. Everything else is in Deep Strike Reserve for the Dark Angels. So over here for the Daemonkin, we have the Skull Cannon. We've got some Blood Crushers. We've got the Soul Grinder. We've got more Blood Crushers, whole lot of Bloodletters, and a Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. He's got his Hell Turkeys in reserve. So the Crusade missions that we've got here, we've got an objective over here, objective here, got an objective over here, and then we've got an objective back in here, and that right underneath the Soul Grinder. So that's what we've got going on. As of right now, the Dark Angels are going to be going first, unless the Khorne Daemonkin can seize the initiative on a 6. No! So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. Alright, movement phase and shooting phase here for Dark Angels. These guys moved up and then turbo boosted. This guy moved up here. So basically I'm just kind of holding off until I get my Terminators in. So that's the end of Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Chaos on turn 1. Alright, movement phase for Daemonkin here on turn 1. The Bloodthirster is flying and shot up this way, scaring the crap out of those bikers. Blood Crushers moving up this way. More Blood Crushers moving up this way. Stood still, and the Bloodletters are moving their way up this way. So that's the movement phase here for Daemonkin on turn 1. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase on turn 1. Alright, so the Soul Grinder is going to shoot into my poor little land speed over here. He is jinking like all sorts of stuff. So here we go. He's got hitting on 4s. No, he misses. Woo! So the Skull Cannon is going to fire into the land speeder. He is still going to be jinking. He's got BS 5, believe it or not. So here we go. That's a hit. So 1 hit there. He's going Dread Skulls. Yeah. So what is it? Strength 8, AP4. Strength 8, AP4. So 2s to glance. So that's a pen. Jink save. 4+. Yeah, that's how you do it. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. So he's got a few guys that are going to run here. Are you going to make any charges? Yes. All right, so we'll come back to you with the charges. All right, this squad here is going to be charging into this squad here. So I'm going to do Overwatch. So I've got 4 guys that are going to be firing their bolters, 1 guy with the multi-melta, and 2 guys with the plasma. The plasma is going to be black, multi-melta is red, greens are bolters. So they're going to be hitting on 5s and 6s because of Grim Resolve. The bolter shots are twin linked. So 5s and 6s, yeah, that's what I like to see. All right. That's actually really dang good. And twin linked. All right, got another 2. I will take it. So what's their toughness? Toughness is 4. So the blacks and red are going to be wounding on 2. The greens are going to be wounding on 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 1 AP1, 3 AP2, and 4 AP5. Wow, that was stupid good. All right, so what do we got here?
So the multi-melta?
Multi-melta, it's 5+ demon save. Nope.
Dead.
Dude guy dead. All right, then we've got the 3 plasma.
That is 2 wounds on the next one.
2 ones on the next one. And then we got 4 bolters.
So that will be 1 more dead and 1 wound on the last guy.
All right, and 1 wound on the last guy. Okay, that was, yeah, very effective. Yeah. Okay, do you want to roll your, what's your distance here?
10 inches?
10 inches? Yeah, so we made it in. All right, that probably going to be painful for me, I imagine. Then do you want to roll these guys, since they can run in here? What do they need?
10 as well.
10 inches as well? No, those guys do not make it in. Oh, they got fleet. Oh, still don't get it. Okay, so yeah, we'll come back to you with this fight sub phase. All right, here we go on this this attack here. So he's got Hammer of Wrath first. That's a wound. So 3+ armor save. Nope. Off to a great start. Okay. Then we're gonna move on. We'll do his attacks first. So we've got 4 hitting on 3s. Okay, 3 hits. Strength 5.
Wounding on 3s? 3 wounds.
Wounding on 3s. Wounding on 4s.
Yeah.
Yep. So 2 wounds, and it's AP2. So these 2 guys, AP3. So these 2 guys are going to be dead, but they get to attack back. So I've got 3 guys coming in here. Yep. 3 attacks hitting on 4s. Okay. 2 hits. Wounding on toughness 5. Toughness 4. So wounding on 4s. Nothing. All right. So, yeah, I lost combat by 2, or by 1, but they've got stubborn, so they're, they don't, oh, that's by 3, but they're stubborn, so they roll their full ballistic, full whatever it's called, leadership, thank you very much. Let's see, 8, yeah, they're good, so they're going to be still locked in combat. All right, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. All right, so movement phase here for Dark Angels on turn 2. Because I have the Deathwing Strike Force and I had a Ravenwing Attack Squadron on there, I got to choose whether they passed or failed their reserve roll. So everybody passed their reserve roll. So in here we've got Belial with the Interrogator Chaplain. The Interrogator Chaplain is actually my warlord in this. And he got Furious Charge as his warlord trait for this whole unit. So that's with the Deathwing Knights there. These guys are still locked in combat over here. He didn't move. These guys are over here, dropped in, because they were within 12. The first guy was within 12 inches of here, which means they don't have to scatter. These guys didn't have to scatter because they're within 12 inches of here. And these guys over here scattered 8 inches over towards the edge of the board, giving me a heart attack, but staying on and looking over this way. So that's movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase here for Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, starting off the shooting phase here, he's going to fire his heavy bolter into the Bloodthirster. So he jinxed, so he's going to be snap firing here. So hitting on 6s, nothing. All right, moving on. All right, these guys here are going to fire into the Skull Cannon. So the only thing that can do anything to it is going to be the Assault Cannon. So it's going to be hitting on 3s, twin link, because it's his first turn in from Deep Strike. All right, first turn in. All right, so we've got 4 hits, needing 6s to glance, or 6s at auto pen because they have rending. So looking for 6s. Nothing. Okay. So these guys here are going to fire into that squad of Blood Crushers. So I've got 5 Storm Bolters and 2 crack missiles from the Cyclone missile launcher. So hitting on 3s. Twin Link is the first turn in from Deep Strike. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, all hits. So you've got, so we're going to be wounding on 4s on the greens, 2s on the black. Okay. All right. So we got 2 AP3 shots.
Are they crack missiles?
Yeah, they're crack missiles. Okay. So.
Because they're doubled out.
Oh, doubling out. Oh, snap. Okay. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 armor saves.
1 wound.
1 wound. Oh, snap. 2 wounds.
Good.
So 2 wounds. Wow. Good job, buddy.
1 left.
All right, moving on. All right, now this squad is going to fire into this squad of Blood Crushers. So I've got 3 Storm Bolters and the Assault Cannon hitting on 3s. Twin Link, first turn in from combat, Deep Strike. Okay. So wounding on 2s on the black and 4s on the green. All right, so we've got 1 rending, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 armor saves.
I'm taking demon saves.
Oh, demon saves against against. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 demon saves. Yeah.
1 dead. 2 dead.
2 dead. Oh, snap. Okay. Okay. So there you go. Moving on. All right. This squad here is going to fire into that Blood Crusher there because that's the one they can see. So hitting on 2s because they're both the guys who have it are ballistic skill 5. All right. Wounding on 4s. 3 wounds. So 3 5+ saves. And he takes 1 wound. All right. Moving on. Actually, I think that's it for shooting phase. So we'll come back to you with the 1 fight sub phase that we've got going on. All right. So we're going to go over here to this fight sub phase. Initiative step 4. We'll go with his attacks first. So he's got 3 attacks hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Wounding on not 1. Okay. So I've got 4 attacks coming back. So hitting on 4s. Okay. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5+ save. Nope. So he's down to 1 wound left. Okay, but he's fearless, so he will stay in combat. That will continue. All right, so that's the end of Dark Angel's turn 2 here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Daemonkin on turn 2. All right, movement phase here for Daemonkin on turn 2. One of the Hell Turkeys came in, and he's coming over. He vector strike them, so we'll get back to that in a second. This guy was a little chicken and ran away from these guys. I don't know why. I mean, Power Fists. Who cares about Power Fists, right? Who knows? This guy moved up this way, looking on him because he's not a little baby. Although this guy might be a little baby because he ran away from over here, trying to run away from these guys. These guys are not little babies because they ran up this way, looking onto them. These guys made their moving up this way, looking over at those guys. These guys are still in combat. So yeah, that's the movement phase that we've got here for turn 2. So we're going to do the Vector Strike. It's a Strength 7 AP2 hit. So Strength 7 looking for 2. That's it. It's a wound. So I've got a 5+ invul save. No, 4. Oh, so that guy's just dead. Yep, cool. Thank you. All right, so that's a movement phase here for the Daemonkin. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so we're going to start out here with Hell Turkey Torrent over there. So he can hit 4 guys. Strength 7, AP 3, not 2 like he gave me a heart attack with. So 2s. So that's 4 wounds. 4 2+s. Yeah, that's how you do it. All right, so he's going to warp gaze them. So he's got 1 shot hitting on 3 because he's right. Oh, hitting on 4, but he hits. Strength 10, AP 1. That's a wound. 5+ invul save. Yeah! He just took it in the face and was like, no. Lord of Skulls, not Lord of Skulls, Skull Cannon is going to fire into these guys with his blast there. So it's going to go right on there. It's gonna scatter back. Oh no, it's direct hit because he's ballistic skill 5. Yep. So that's direct hit. So that's 5 hits. Strength 6, right? I think. What's that?
8 AP4.
Oh, strength 8, AP4. So 2s. All right. So 5 wounds. 5 2 pluses. Yeah! Apparently I'm getting my saves today, which is not good news for the Daemonkin. Alright, so that's it for shooting phase. So now we're going to go on to the charge phase. The Soul Grinder is going to charge into this guy. These guys. So the only one who can do anything in the Overwatch is going to be the crack missiles. So Vengeful Strike states that they have count their ranged weapons as twin linked until the end of the turn. So it's still the turn 2 here. So he's got twin linked on this. So hitting on 5s and 6s because of Grim Resolve. Okay, twin linked. Yeah, that's how you do it. Strength 8, armor 13. So looking for 5s to glance. All right, I got 1 pen. 1 5-up demon save. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. And then roll for his distance. Yeah, he is in. That's gonna be pretty brutal. All right, moving on. All right, these guys are each going to be charging into here. So he's gonna start with this guy who has fewer wounds charging in here. So the 2 guys there, Belial and the Interrogator Chaplain with Storm Bolters are gonna hit 5s and 6s. Twin linked because the first, still the first turn they're in coming from Deep Strike. Okay, so that's 2 hits. Toughness 4, so wounding on 4s.
I'm dead. I love that.
Okay, 1 wound. 1 demon save. Nope, so he takes 1 other wound. All right, then the distance that he's going to charge in there. Yeah, he's going to be in. And then do you want to roll for the other guy? Since I can't Overwatch. And he's all, wow, he's going to be super in. Okay, so those guys are in. Moving on. All right, the Bloodletters here are going to charge into these Terminators over here. So I'm going to fire Overwatch with 3 Storm Bolters, which are going to be the green, and then the black is going to be the Assault Cannon. So hitting on 5s and 6s. Twin linked here, first turn in. That's really bad. Okay, got another one in there. So, what's their toughness? Toughness 3, so 3s on the green, 2s on the black. That's cocked. Alrighty, so we've got 4 demon saves. 2 guys die. All right, that will probably take him out of range. So, yeah, do you want to measure? Just make sure.
Yeah, I'm out of range.
He's out of range. Okay, so that's that. So that's all the charges that we have. So we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, we're going to start over here. So he's going to be going first, but first we're going to start out with his Hammer of Wrath. So he's base strength 6. So that's a wound. 2+ armor save. Great start, Phil. Great start. Good job. Okay, so he's dead. All right, then we go on to his attacks here. So he's got 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. So 4 hits, and then wounding on 2s. So 3 wounds. So I've got 3 5-up invul saves. Nope, nothing. So I've got 1 guy left. Okay, so those guys are dead. So then I've got my guys' attacks are going to come back here. So I've got 2 attacks hitting on 3s. That's cocked. All right, so 2 hits. Front armor is 13. His fists are going to be 8, so I'm looking for 5s to glance. 2 glances. 2 5-up demon saves. He makes 1. So he's down 1 hull point. And my guy's fearless, so they're going to stay in combat. So, all right, moving on. All right, so moving on over here. So, an initiative 4, we're all going at the same time here. So we'll go with your guy first. So he's hitting on 4s, so 1 hit.
Weapon skill 5.
He's weapon skill 5. Okay, so hitting on 3s. So then wounding on those. So that's going to be 2 guys that are going to be dead. So then I'm going to be going on to my attack. So I've got 4 attacks here. Hitting on 4s. Okay. Wounding on 4. All right. Demon save. Nope. So he's dead, and I lost 2 guys. So I'll take them away and then consolidate the last guy. All right. Moving on to this fight sub phase over here. So we're going to go with, he's got 2 Hammer of Wrath. They're going to be coming in. Okay. Nope. What's the strength? Strength 5? Strength 4. Okay. Nope. So nothing going in there. So then we've got moving on here to an I5, which is going to be Belial and my interrogator chaplain. So Belial's got the green ones here, base attacks 4, and he's got base attacks 3. He's going to be the black one. So hitting on 3s, and they're both going to be going on this guy, and these guys are going to be going on that guy. So hitting on 3s, weapon skill 6 and 5. So, are you weapon skill 5? Oh, okay, so then he's going to be hitting on 4s, but he's going to be hitting on 3s, Belial, because he's weapon skill 6. So, re-rolling first round of combat because of Zealot. Okay. So, Belial is, he's got his strength, let's see, hold on, I gotta find his, yeah, so he's got Fleshbane, so he's going to be wounding, the greens are going to be wounding on 2s, and the black's actually going to be wounding on 2s because it's strength plus 2. So, 2s. All right, so those are all going to be demon saves, I think. Yep. So we got 5 demon saves. He's dead. Okay, that was easy. All right, so now we're going to go over here. Oh no, it doesn't go on because they're not a unit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's separate. So he died from all of those, and then we've got to move over here. All right, so we're going to move on to I4. All right, so moving on to I4 over here is all my knights there and his guy there. So we're going to do his attacks first, hitting on 4s. All right, 1 hit. That's a wound. 2+ armor save. He's good. All right, then I've got my guys. They're 2 base attacks with the maces, and then the Knight Master has a flail, the Unforgiven, which is going to be the black ones. So all hitting on 4s. Rerolling because of first round of combat. Alrighty. Everything's going to be wounding on 2s, AP 3. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 demon saves. Needs to fail one of them. There it goes. All right, so he's dead. So we'll consolidate these guys and move. And I think that's the end of Daemonkin turn 2 here. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 3. All right, movement phase here for Dark Angels. This guy's moved up around this way, looking on him. He jumped up on top here, looking at him. He shot around this way. He's still locked in combat. These guys moved up this way. These guys moved up this way. And that's it for Dark Angels here. So we're going to move on to the shooting phase now here on turn 3. All right, he is going to fire into the Bloodthirster there. So hitting on 3s. All right, so I got 2 hits. Strength 5, toughness 6, so looking for 5s. And nothing. All right, then we're just going to move straight ahead here to this guy. He's going to fire onto him. Because the land speeder hit him, he gets +1 to his ballistic skill, so he's going to be ballistic skill 5. So I've got rapid firing bolter and a multi-melta, all hitting on 2s.
Wrong for like the past 5 years.
Okay, twin linked.
Hold on.
All right, so the greens are going to be wounding on 6s, and the black is going to be wounding on 2s. Okay, so just the one AP1 hit. So demon save? Nope. So he takes a wound. All right, that's what I was hoping for. All right, these guys here are going to fire into the Bloodthirster. So I've got 3 storm bolters and the assault cannon hitting on 3s.
Yeah, I got like this twice.
Okay. All right, so blacks are going to be wounding on 3s. Greens are going to be wounding on 6s. Okay, so nothing from the greens. We've got one that's AP2. 5 up. Nope, so he takes another wound. And then one that's not AP. 3 up. Oh, another wound. All right, so he's down to 2 wounds. Woo! All right, these guys here are going to fire into him. So I've got 2 storm bolters in there hitting on 2s. Okay, 2 hits. Wounding on 6s. 1 wound. 3+, he's good. All right, moving on. All right, these guys, the assault cannon is going to split fire into them, into the skull cannon, and the other guys are going to fire their bolters, snap shooting into the hell turkey. Do you want to jink? Yeah. No jinking. All right, so we've got the we'll do the snap shooting bolter shots here. So hitting on 6s.
Next phase, +1 for the charge.
Nope, nothing. Okay. And then we've got onto the skull cannon, hitting on 3s. Okay, that's 3 hits. Needing 6s to pen. All right, I got 1 pen. So 1 demon save. Nope. So we got a pen, but it doesn't work out to AP2 anymore with rending, right? For vehicles, I don't think. All right, we're gonna look this up. All right, yeah. So rending doesn't affect the AP against vehicles. I thought so, but I figured it was better to check before the internet yelled at me. So we're gonna roll the pen result here, plus nothing. A 3, so he's going to be snap firing next turn. All right, so I think that's it for the shooting phase. So we're going to move on to the charges and then the fight sub phases. All right, these guys here are going to charge into the skull cannon there. You're 6 inches away, so I need an 8 going through terrain there. Do not get it. Okay, moving on. These guys here are going to charge into the bloodthirster. So I need 1 inch on 2 dice. Okay. Wow. Okay. 10 inches. Why couldn't I have gotten that one the last one? All right. We'll move them into combat, and then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right. So they're into combat here. So we're going to do the 4 guys up there on base to base have Hammer of Wrath. So we're going to do that, wounding on 6s. Nothing. All right, so we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase there. All right, so starting over here, we've got initiative 5 here is going to be Belial and my interrogator chaplain. So Belial's going to be the green ones. He's got base 4 plus 1 for the charge. Interrogator chaplain's got base 3 plus 1 for the charge. They've got Furious Charge because of the Warlord trait. And they've got Zealots they're going to be re-rolling to hit first round of combat. So they're going to be hitting on 4s. Re-rolling because of first round of combat. Wow, Belial did not really need that. Okay. So Belial's has Fleshbane, so the greens are going to be wounding on 2s. AP3. These are going to be wounding on 3s, AP4. Okay, so we've got 4 AP3 shots and 1 AP4 shot. AP4, so 3 plus. He's good. And then 4 AP3 shots. Nope. Nope, he's dead. Bloodthirster's dead! Woo! All right, slay the warlord. All right, so now, yeah. I will consolidate them and we'll keep moving on in the fight stuff phase. All right, so moving on to this battle over here. He's going first here. So he's got 4 base attacks, hitting on 4s, 1 hit, that's all he needs. Winning on 1, all right. Or winning on 2, sorry, not 1. 5 plus invul save. Come on, buddy, you can do this. No, you can't. Even if it was your armor save, you'd be dead. So you deserve to be just dead. All right, so that's the end of the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Daemonkin on turn 3. All right, movement phase here. The other Hell Turkey came in. He's going to be vector striking over that dude. He ran away over this way because he's going to be he's snap firing. He can't fire his blast. This guy moved up this way, looking on them. He's not one of them. The other Hell Turkey moved over this way, and he's going to be vector striking him. These guys are running up. This guys are running up this way. These guys are running up that way. So that's the movement phase here. So let's do the vector strikes. Let's do this one on him first. Need a 3 to glance. That's a glance, so you'll take a glancing hit. And over here, needing a 2 to wound. No, okay. So that's it for movement phase here for Daemonkin. We'll move on to the shooting phase. All right, so we're going to start here. The way he put it down there, he's going to get 1 on my biker there, and he's got 3 of my my Terminator dudes there. So let's do the biker one first. Needing a... is that a wound? What is it, strength? 7. Oh, strength 7, so that's a wound. AP 3, so he's going to take a wound. Boop. And then on these guys, same thing. 3 wounds, 3 2 plus saves. That is not what I needed, a 1. Okay, fine. I'll take that. Ugh. All right, moving on. This Hell Turkey over here is going to flame those guys. Good thing I put them in a perfect teardrop shape for him. So he gets 5 hits. Went on 2s. Oh, 3 1s. Okay, 2, I'll take that. 2 2 pluses. That's me paying back for that. So 50% losses on that. Great. All right, so moving on. All right, and he is going to fire Warp Gaze into these guys. So hitting on a 3.
4.
Oh, hitting on a 4. So that's a hit. Strength 10, AP, that's a wound. 3+ invul save. Come on, boys. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, so that's it for the shooting phase here. So we'll come back to you with the charges. All right, starting off the charges here. His Soul Grinder is going to be charging into there. So you want to roll? Yep, he's in. Alrighty. You want to roll these guys? They are not. Ew, I don't know. Oh no, they're in. Never mind, they're in. Okay, so they're in. Then this guy's going to be charged into this guy over here. So
9 inches through terrain.
9 inches through terrain. So I'm going to shoot Overwatch here. So 5's, oh, it's armor 12 on the front, right? So those Stormbolter won't do anything. So the multi-melt hit, not a 5 and 6. Nope. So he is not in. Okay. These guys are going to be charging into them. So I'm going to fire Overwatch here. So I've got 2 Stormbolters and an Assault Cannon hitting on 5s and 6s. Okay, that's a fair number there, which is pretty good. I will take that. So toughness 4, toughness 3. So the greens are going to be wounded on 3s. Blacks are wounding on 2s. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 demon saves.
3, 6.
Okay, one guy. So we got 4 dead. That's going to be much larger, longer charge there. What do they need? About 9 inches. Nope. So they did not make it in. All right. So those are the charges we got. So we'll move them into combat, and we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right. So here we go. The one combat we got going on here. So Belial and the Interrogator Chaplain are going to go into the blood letters over there. So Belial's got 4 base attacks. The greens. The Interrogator Chaplain's got 3 base attacks. What's their weapon skill?
And then this guy.
What's their weapon skill?
8 attacks.
5? All right. No, that's cool.
Making jokes.
So it's making jokes, not paying attention, just like a demon player. Or actually, he's a Space Wolf player usually. So, you know, smelly dogs, something like. There's like a joke in there, something, right? Like squirrel, maybe squirrel.
Do look like squirrels.
The rules do look like squirrels. All right. So yeah, Belial is going to be hitting on 3s because he's weapon skill 6, and the Interrogator Chaplain is going to be hitting on 5s because he's weapon skill 5. Re-rolling the first round of combat because of the Interrogator Chaplain. So hitting on 3s and 4s. Okay. Re-rolling the first round of combat. Come on. All right. So wounding on all wounding on 2s here. The greens are AP 3.
Okay, so
Okay. So I've got 4 wounds, 4 demon saves,
that is a fail.
4 dead. Okay, not bad. That takes off a lot of attacks there. All right, then we're going to move on to I4 here. So I'm going to do my Knight Master first onto these guys. So he's got 3 base attacks. So 3 base attacks here, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling because of the first round of combat. All right. Wounding on 2s because of Fleshbane. All right, 2 more wounds. 2 demon saves. Oh, both of them made. Nice. And then I'm gonna go on to my guys over here. They're gonna be attacking his Soul Grinder. So they've got Smite mode that they're gonna do. So that knocks them down to 1 attack, but it's Strength times 2, AP 2. So here comes their attack. So it's gonna be 3 attacks going in there, hitting on what's his weapon skill?
3.
His weapon skill's 3. So they're gonna be hitting on 3s. Re-rolling, don't need to. So strength 8, front armor is 13, so I need 5s to glance. 1 pen.
He gets the whole world now.
So demon save. Oh, I didn't need you to do that. Oh no. Oh, that's brutal. All right, so let's do your I4 guys over here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bloodletters coming in, hitting on 4s.
What is, does that have like a vector strike or anything?
One can on the side look like they're
Okay. And then what's the strength?
The one can on the side look like they're going to be prone to damage.
They're not
Try this way. There's
They're actually
All right, we're gonna figure this out and come back to you. All right, so we got wounding on 3s there. So we've got 4 wounds, 4 2+ saves.
Because it's, well, it'd probably be easier not to. Just because yeah, we're gonna, so that's what
All right, 1 wound. So I'm gonna take 1 wound onto Belial there. All right, so then we're gonna move on to him, who's attacking at I3. So he's got 6 attacks coming in, hitting on 4s. So he's got 3 hits, wounding on 2s, 3 wounds, 3 3+ invul saves.
And that's good.
Yeah, that's how you do it. 1 guy dies. I will take that. All right. So his guys are fearless, so they will just stay there in combat. So that's the end of Demon's turn 3. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 4. Movement phase. These guys are moving up this way. He shot around this way. He stood still where he was. These guys are locked in combat. These guys just kind of shuffled around a bit. Wanted to put the guy with the 3+ invul where the vector strike, if he wants to, comes over him. And that is it for movement phase here. So now we're going to move on to the shooting phase. All right, the land speeder there is going to fire into the skull cannon. So hitting on 3s. Okay. Glancing on 5s because he's going in the rear arc. Nothing. Okay, fair enough. But then we'll move on to the multi-melta bike there. He's going to fire into him. He gets +1 to his ballistic skill. The only thing that can do anything is the multi-melta. What's that? No. He's going into the skull cannon. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm not shooting him. He's in combat. I know. All right, so here we go. Hitting on a 2. Okay, that's a hit. I don't think, is he within 12? He might be within 12. Can you check that? I should have. Oh, he was. That's right. He is within 12 because he was going to charge. So it's double into melta range. So strength 8, looking for 4 to glance. Yeah, that's a super pen. 5+ demon save. Nope. +2. Is he open topped?
No,
He's a chariot. So +2. 3, so he's going to be snap firing. Took 1 more wound and he's snap firing. All right, moving on. These guys here are going to fire into the Hell Turkey. So we got 3 storm bolters and the assault cannon hitting on 6s.
I've never gone to ground before.
Okay, got a couple of the storm bolters glancing on 6s. Nothing. All right, moving on. All right, the assault cannon from there is going to fire into the other Hell Turkey over here. So hitting on 6s. Nope, nothing. All right, that's it for shooting phase. So we will come back to you with the only fight that we've got going on. It's a big one, but the only one. All right, at I5, we have Belial and the Interrogator Chaplain going into the blood letters there. Belial is green, black is Interrogator Chaplain. So hitting on 3s and 4s.
No, his weapon has 2 modes.
Okay. Wounding on 2s. So I've got 4 demon saves. 2 guys die. All right, and then we'll move on to I4. We'll come back to you with that. So I4 over here, we're going to start with the Nightmaster. He's going to be attacking onto them. So 3 attacks hitting on 4s. Okay, 1 hit. Wounded on 2 because of Fleshbane. Roll a 1. Okay. Then I'm going to do the 2 guys here onto the Soul Grinder. So hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 hit. Needing a 5 to glance. No, not getting it. Okay, so do you want to do your guys there? So 4 attacks hitting on 4s. Okay, 1 hit. Wounding on 4. 1 wound. 2+ save. He's good. All right. Then we've got the Soul Grinder here. So we'll come back to you with him. All right, so now we're going to do the Soul Grinder. He's got 4 base attacks hitting on 4s. Oh, good. All right, wounding on 2s. So we got 2 wounds. 2 3+ invul saves. Yeah, that's how you do it! All right, so they're all fearless, so that fight will continue. So that's the end of the Dark Angels turn 4 here. We'll come back to you with Daemonkin turn 4 after the movement phase. Movement phase for the Daemonkin here. He's moving up that way to look onto my land speeder there. What did he ever do to you? These guys are locked in combat. This guy's moving over this way, probably going to vector strike him. This guy moving over this way, probably going to vector strike them. And by probably, I mean they are definitely going to do that. So let's do those vector strikes.
He's actually done quite a lot.
So, well, that's true. He has done a lot to him. All right, so we're going to go here first. Wound on, oh, it doesn't wound, so he will live to see another day. And then over here, wounded on a 2. That's a wound. 3+ invul save. Yeah, that's how you do it, Sergeant. Taking it for the team. All right, shooting phase over here. This Hell Turkey is going to fire his flamer on those guys, so he's going to hit 4 guys. Wounding on 2s. Okay, 2 wounds. 2+ saves. Yep, that's pretty good. All right, that was it for shooting phase. So now we're going to go on to assault phase. So he's going to charge into there. Yep, he's in. And then these guys are going to charge into them. So overwatching over here, we've got the 2 storm bolters and the assault cannon, all hitting on 5s and 6s. Assault cannon's going to be black. Okay, pretty good. Greens are going to be wounding on 3s. Blacks are going to be wounding on 2s.
10 inches is my movement.
Okay, so we've got 4 demon saves.
And hit on dice. That sucks.
1 guy is still alive. Okay. Do you want to roll his charge? Oh no, Hell Turkey down. 8 inches, that should be in. So he will be in. We'll move him in and then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. Alright, so we're going to start over here. He's got a Hammer of Wrath, base strength 6. Nope, this doesn't hit. So then he's got how many attacks? 4. 4 attacks. So hitting on 3s, 2 hits, strength 5. So nothing. Okay, so that will, yeah, that's just there. All right, moving on. All right, so we're going to move on to over this battle over here. So he's going to go first at I4. So he's got 3 attacks coming in, hitting on weapon skill 5, so 3s. Wounding on that'll wound. 2+ armor save. No! Oh! I'm going to look at Sir that.
Pretty much.
Nope. So he is dead. All right. So then on I1, these guys are going to consolidate, and they're probably going to smush him, one hopes. So I've got 2 attacks base each for these guys, hitting on 4s. Okay, wounding on 2s, 3 wounds, 3 demon saves. Oh, no, he is dead. All right, so that's another tithe point for him. And I will consolidate those guys. Moving on. All right, moving on to this big battle over here. We're going to start over here with the level 5 attack here. Initiative step 5. Jeez, come on, Phil, speak your mind. All right, so we're going to start with Belial and the Interrogator Chaplain. Same stuff going on as usual. So hitting on 3s and 4s. Okay. Wounding on 2s. Oh, what? So many 1s. So 2 wounds. 1 saved. Okay. Then we're going to move on to I4. So I've got my Nightmaster. He's going to be going on over there. Hitting on a 4. 1. Wounded on a 2 because of Fleshbane. That's a wound. Demon save. That's a 3. So 1 more dead. But he's going to be able to hit back because it's I4. So we've got 3 guys that are hitting. Nope. Okay. And then I'm going to do my I4 guys here into your dude there. So hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits. Looking for 5s to glance. 2 pens. 2 demon saves. No, none of them. So it's going to be AP 2. So +1 to both of these. Come on, 6. Nope. So a 2 and a 3, so he's just going to be snap firing. But he's stuck in combat. Oh, he ignores that too? Okay. So here come his 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. Oh, 1 hit, 1 on 2. That's a wound. 3+ invul.
Makes sense.
He made it. All right. So that battle will keep going on because of Fearless. That guy does need a promotion. Those guys are holding out against the Pinsy Claw of Chaos over there. All right. So that's the end of Daemonkin turn 4. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 5. All right. Movement phase here. This guy shuffled around a bit. He moved over that way. These guys moved up this way. These guys are still locked in combat. These guys kind of stood there still. So that's the movement phase. Moving on to shooting phase here on turn 5 for Dark Angels. All right, the land speeder there is going to fire into his skull cannon here. It can't do any damage, but if he hits, he gets +1 ballistic skill to the bike. And he does hit. So that's all that matters. So then we're going to go on to the bike, who's going on the rear arc there. So it's rear arc of 10. So I'm going to fire, the red is going to be the multi-melta and the twin link bolters. So hitting on 2s.
Snap fire 2 weapons.
Okay.
It's good stuff.
The black, we're just going to do the black for the melta. So looking for 2, that's a pen. And then these are glancing on 6s.
They didn't even have to get out of the storm.
Nothing, so we just got the 1. Demon save. He saved it. Okay. Good job. All right, these guys are going to fire into the Hell Turkey. Are you going to jink? No jinking. So greens are going to be the 2 storm bolters. Black's going to be the assault cannon. Hitting on 6s. Okay, got a couple 6s. One of which was the assault cannon, which is good. So rear arc is 10. So looking for 4 to glance on the black, 6 to glance on the green.
My dog has parvo.
Okay, I couldn't have got that the other way around. Ugh. All right, nothing there. Moving on. All right, assault cannon from there into him. Hitting on 3s. Okay, 3 1s. Glancing on a 6. Or penning on a 6, but a 1. Okay, so that's it for shooting phase. Awful shooting phase for the Dark Angels. So we'll come back to you with the 1 charge that we've got going on, and then we're gonna and then go into the fight sub phase. These guys are gonna charge into him. They're in. Okay, so we'll move them in, and then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so over here we're gonna go to I4. So we're gonna do his chariot guys first. So they've got these attacks hitting on, what's their weapon skill?
It's on 90.
So weapon skill 5. So hitting on 3s. So you got 4 hits, strength 4. So wounding on 4s. You got 2 wounds.
Okay, so
2 plus saves.
6 attacks.
Okay, that's 2 saves. Then we're going to go on to my sergeant there in I4. So he's got 3 attacks here on the charge, hitting on 4s.
So 3. 6.
Okay, 1 hit. Rear armor is 10, so he's looking for 6s to glance.
And then consolidate.
That's a... Oh. Nope, it's a cock. So looking for a 6. Nope, nothing there. All right, so then we're going to go on to the Power Fist guys. So we've got 9 attacks coming in from them, hitting on 4s. Okay. And then glancing on 2s. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pens. So 5 up demon saves. Nope, that is, let's see if it explodes.
I think it's fine.
Yep, it does explode. Distance it explodes is 4 inches, so that's just going to hit those guys. Do those 4. 3 wounds. 3 2 plus saves. And they're good. All right. So we'll consolidate those guys and move on. I lied, it's a vehicle, no consolidation there. All right, right over to here. So here we go. So now we're going to start with Belial and the Interrogated Chaplain onto those dude bros over there. So blah, 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 usual stuff. Okay. Wounding on 2s. Oh, that's a lot of 1s there. All right, 3 demon saves. Okay, they're dead. Yay! About time. All right, so then on to I4. Onto these guys are the only ones that can do anything to that thing. So hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Glancing on 5s. Got 1 pen. Oh, demon serve! Ah! Okay. So now we got his 4 attacks coming back, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds. 2 3+ invul saves. One guy dies.
Next node.
Okay. All right. But they're all fearless, so that will continue. So now we're going to move on. That's it. That's it for Dark Angels here in turn 5. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Daemonkin on turn 5. All right, movement phase here for the Daemonkin. He's running off that way. In comes a blood tithe pointed dude bro skull cannon. This guy shot over these guys, so he's going to vector strike them. And he's still locked in combat. And that's it here for the demons. So let's do the vector strike here. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. Looking for a 5-up invul save. No, so one guy dies. All right, so that's it for movement phase here for Daemonkin, so we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, Skull Cannon is going to fire his template onto these guys. That's a hit, so it'll hit both guys. So what's its strength? Strength 8, so 2 wounds, 2 2+ armor saves. That's barely how you do it, but that's how you do it. All right. So I think that's it for shooting phase here for the Daemonkin. So we'll come back to you with the 1 assault that we've got going on. All right, so here we go. Back to this combat over here. Belial, his attacks can't do anything against the vehicle there. The Interrogator Chaplain can't get strong enough to do anything in the front armor 13. My Knight Master can't do anything to get to the front armor 13. So we're just going to go with the one guy there who's got the smite mode. So he's going to be hitting on 3s. That's a hit. Looking for a 5 to glance. No. Okay. So now you've got your 4 attacks coming back, hitting on 4s, wounding on 2s, 2 wounds. So we're going to do 2 3+ invul saves because I've got 2 guys there with shields. So 2 3+ invul saves. Okay, one guy dies. I'm actually going to take the Knight Master. Yeah. All right, so that battle will continue. Oh, actually, let's see if that's turn 5. So let's see if the game ends here at the end of turn 5. It keeps going. All right, so we will continue on to turn 6. Come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels. All right, movement phase. These guys are running up this way to join the fight. He's staying still. He's staying still. They're staying still. So that's movement phase. Now we'll come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 6. All right, so he is going to fire with his assault cannon into the skull cannon over there. So hitting on 3s.
These are mine.
Okay. Glancing on, or penning on 6s. Nothing. Okay. So, what's up? 5's not a glance. Yeah. 6 needed a rending is what it was going on to. Yeah, because it's strength 6, front armor is 12. So, needed 6s. Not getting them.
I misunderstood.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's all good. All right, so that's yeah, that's that. That's it for shooting phase. So we'll come back to you with the assaults. All right, so these Terminators here are going to charge into this fight over here.
No,
They're 7, so they will be in. So we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so here we go onto this attack here. So we're going to start off with I4 with my one dude who can smite. So hitting on a 3. Nope, doesn't hit. So now your attack's at I3. So 4 attacks. Oh, he's going to go into the Terminators. All right, hitting on 4s.
my gambit has not paid off. I was like, oh, if I get all wounds, I can kill them
2
all.
wounds. 2 5+ armor invul saves.
4 more.
Makes one of them.
Oh, there you go.
And then I'm going to lose the sergeant who's just got a sword. All right, and then onto these guys with their power fists. So we've got 3 with 3 attacks each because of the charge. So we got 9 attacks. What's his weapon skill again? 4? 3. So hitting on 3s. Okay, that's rather brutal. All hit. Glancing on 5s because you always go on the front armor. So glancing on 5s. Okay, so we've got 2 glances and a pen. So let's do the 2 glances. Dead. And he's just going to be dead. Let's see if the pen goes through.
And Marcy?
It does. So does it explode? It does not. So he is just dead. So they do not consolidate because it's a vehicle. All right, so that is going to be the end of the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 6. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Daemonkin on turn 6. All right, movement phase here for the Daemonkin. This guy's scooting around over this way, looking at this guy's. He's shooting off that way. He turned around and moved over the edge, and he's going to be vector striking him. So that's the movement phase because he's dead. So let's do the vector strike. Glance it on a 3. No, does not glance it. Okay. So that's it for movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase here. All right, so we're going to start over here. He's going to use his Bale Flamer onto him. So strength 7, right? Yep. So strength, he's going to, it doesn't matter, he's touched because ignore cover. So looking for 3 to glance. Oh, that is rough. Okay, let's moving on. All right, so he's going to fire in here. Danger close. Nope, direct hit. So 2 hits. 2 nothings. Okay. Wow, those, yeah, that's a thing that really just happened right there. Okay, so those dice are going to go get burned in the incinerator. That's it for shooting phase. So we'll, and I think that's it, unless are you going to charge here? Or are you going to charge? All right, so he's going to charge over here, so we'll come back to you with that. All right, so he's going to charge into these guys. The only thing that can do anything in Overwatch is going to be the assault cannon there. So, yeah, let's see what happens on 5s and 6s. That's a cock, unfortunately. Okay, never mind. That's pretty good. All right, now I need 6s to pen because of rending.
You can dictate.
Nothing. Okay, so your charge distance is going to be enough to get him in. All right, so we'll come back to you with this fight, this fight subphase. All right, so Hammer of Wrath coming in here. Strength 6. That's a wound. 2+ armor save. Nope. Oh, jeez. Okay, so he's dead. All right, so yeah, and then on to I4 is going to be your guy there, consolidating in there. 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. Oh no, what is he? Weapon skill 5, right? So 3s. So 2 hits, strength 5. So 2 wounds, 2+ armor saves. Okay, barely made him. Okay, so then this guy's going to hit back. He's got 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh no, hitting on 4s because he's weapon skill 5. Okay, 2 hits. Rear armor is 10. So glancing on 2s. That's just the pay. That's just payment back for the shot that they got. So yes, that really happened. So yeah, that fight will just be a draw since he's fearless. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing that happened. All right, moving on. All right, I was lying. So I forgot that we have to roll to see if it goes on to a turn 7. Does it go on? It does go on to turn 7. So we will. Wow. So there is still hope, he says. So we will come back to you with after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 7. All right, movement phase. He stood still. These guys are moving up this way. Those guys are moving over that way. He shot around this way. He's over here. He's not going to move. He's just going to stay right there. So that's it for movement phase here for Dark Angels. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase on turn 7. All right, he is going to snap fire into him. So hitting on a 12. Nope, I'm sorry. He's going to snap fire into him. So hitting on a 12. Oh, it's on 12. Hitting on a 6. Nope, not doing it. All right, moving on. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. This guy is just going to charge in. He never moves, so he's just going to stay there. Yeah, so we're going to go to your attacks first, I guess? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do your attacks. So you've got, what is it? 4 base. So hitting on 4s. Oh, hitting on 3s, sorry.
2
strength. What is the strength?
Strength 5.
Strength 5. So 3 wounds. So 3 2+ saves. Yeah, that's how you do it. All right. So he's got 3 attacks on the charge here. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. And rear armor is 10. So glancing on a 2. That's a pen. 5+. Nope. Goes through. So +1 to this. 4. So he's snap firing. Okay, fair enough.
And I was going to back up and shoot you too.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for Dark Angel's turn here on turn 7. Let's see what he can do on his turn 7. We'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase here for Daemonkin. He dropped into hover mode, is looking over on this guy. He dropped into hover mode, is looking on those guys. And that's it for movement phase, because that's pretty much all he's got left is those 3 models. So yeah, so we're going to move on now to the shooting phase for Daemonkin on turn 7. All right, so he is going to Bale Flamer the crap out of this guy over here. So he can place it and just hit his my guy. So wounding on a 2. That's a wound. 2+ armor save. Oh no! Okay, this is not good. Okay, so he is dead.
He has not played it in Warhammer.
Okay, moving on. He's going to flame them like that. So he's got 1 onto the land speeder and 2 onto my Terminators there. So let's, I wish I could jink. I really wish I could jink. Need a 3 to glance. Oh, the land speeder is dead. Oh, this is not good. Okay, and then the 2 onto the other dudes. Yep, 2 wounds. 2+ saves. Okay, another guy dies. Oh my god! All right, beginning of the assault phase, because that was it for shooting phase. He had just enough blood tithe points to bring in a squad of bloodletters, which are his troop choice for his CAD, which makes them objective secured. Getting him that objective. He's also got this objective. I have this objective. I have Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and Line Breaker. Which means it's a tie. That's right, a tie, a Goram tie. Oh, that's why I was hoping. That's why I was hurting so much, because he needed both of those kills in the fight, in the shooting phase, to get him enough blood tithe points to bring in the bloodletters, and he did it like a boss. So that's how it ends, because that's the end of turn 7. There, it's a tie between the Dark Angels and the Daemonkin. So yeah, it was a super bloody match. The Khorne is very happy with all of the blood that was spilled all over the place here, and it was, oh man, that was so close. If he had made that 1 save, or if he had rolled less than a 3 over there to glance that thing to death. Oh. Okay, so yeah, so that was an awesome match. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Phil, the Glacial Geek. My opponent's been Matt. Share, like, and subscribe the video. And until next time, guys, have fun.